What is up, everybody, and welcome to the WH-77 Modular LSW Redux, and that is quite a mouthful, but this is a brand new submachine gun, no, not submachine gun, light machine gun mod, or heavy machine gun, it's not really defined, but whatever, for Fallout 4. It's actually just a Redux version of a mod that was released a while ago, but it more or less is just a total kind of rework of the old one, totally rebuilt from the ground up, and I gotta say, this thing looks absolutely awesome. So this is another mod by Skibaba. I'm definitely pronouncing his name wrong, I apologize, but basically he did release this gun a long time ago. You may have seen it before. He had a bunch of other ones. I did just do a video on his tactical shotgun, but nonetheless, basically the original version definitely wasn't the highest quality. It looked decent, but it definitely had a lot of issues and was on the lower par as far as texture quality and just weapon mods in general. Well, now he has learned some new skills, including like 3ds Max and just different modeling softwares and stuff like that, and now he's come back and redoing some of his weapon mods, and well, now we have this, and I gotta say, this gun looks absolutely amazing. The texture quality is just, it's really high quality. It looks really good in third person and in first person using this thing, and it's just all around a very cool machine gun. And it's really cool because we don't have too many heavy machine guns or light machine guns for Fallout 4, so it's definitely going to be a nice addition to everyone's arsenal. Alright, so just take a look at this. Look how good this looks in first person. And when you just take it out right there, like I feel like when you see that gun in your hand, it almost doesn't look like you're playing Fallout 4. Nonetheless, we do have see-through sights framework. I do have this one kitted out a little bit. Like, this is not the default way you'll get the gun. I have a few different options on it. But nonetheless, it is all around a very cool mod. And I'll show you some firing of it right now. And I gotta say, you know, the only thing I despise the firing sound. I would love to see that get changed in the future. I think the gun looks absolutely amazing, but that firing sound is just, it's not my cup of tea. I don't like that sound at all. Maybe it's a preference thing, but I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna agree. But all around, a very cool gun. There's not too much to say about it other than that. And let's go check out some of the different weapon modifications that are available for it. So here I do kind of have a more basic version of it. And as you can see, it is side-loaded. If you don't know, I did talk about this in my previous video on the shotgun by the same mod author. But basically, what these are meant to be is, at least the original ideology, is rather than just adding in like a totally standalone kind of weapon, a modern weapon into Fallout 4, what this mod author does is he actually combines two existing weapons. So I believe with this one, it's meant to be kind of some kind of weird baby between the M249 Saw and the M60, and he kind of took just a concept from both of those guns and put them together, and this is what he got with. And I think all around it's a very cool gun. I really like that concept behind it. Like, around here it definitely feels like an M249 Saw, but with the barrels and all that, it definitely feels a little bit more like kind of an M60 and a heavier machine gun. But nonetheless, let's get into this. So as you can see, we have a bunch of different receivers here, and you have pretty much nothing too crazy. The only major differences are you do have some different calibers. So as you can see, you have a 5.56, you have a 308, and you have a 5mm. So obviously this is going to do pretty different damage, but all of them are pretty much, you have a semi-automatic one there, which I don't know, I would advise not using the semi-automatic one, but then you do have an automatic, an advanced rapid. Probably going to want to use the advanced rapid. It's going to have a pretty high fire rate, but it also does change the sound a little bit. But nonetheless, I don't know. You could really use whichever one you want. But the 5mm is going to do the most damage because that's going to be doing the biggest bullets. And I actually really like this. He kind of explicitly says what each bullet is going to do comparatively. So I do really like having those explicit stats. I think those are pretty cool to have there in all the different versions. So let's go for the advanced automatic 5mm here. Then we do have a few different barrels. I actually really love the barrels for this gun. I think they are like, they're very different, almost like they have a different feel to them, and they definitely make, you could change the gun. Like if you want to use the CQC or the assault barrel, definitely going to be a closer range weapon, but if you put on some of these longer barrels, like this is a very drastic difference. As you can see, you're almost tripling the range with this barrel, and you're definitely making this gun a little bit different. So very cool. I do like all the barrels. I think that's just, it's nice to have some actual variety. It's not just, oh, here's 3 different barrels. One has holes in it, one doesn't. So for the stocks, you kind of have a similar story. Let me actually change this barrel so you can see the stocks. But so as you can see, we just have a full stock, a recoil compensating stock, and an assault stock. And again, nothing too crazy here. I do like the look of the stocks. I think this one does look the coolest, but nothing too crazy. It definitely has that kind of tactical feeling. It feels like you know, it's a military use weapon, nothing like homemade or anything like that. And then as far as the magazines, you just have a kind of a normal magazine right there, like a 5.56 magazine or whatever you want to call it. And then we do have a drum magazine, which is going to be side loaded. And then you also do have the kind of big box magazine. And again, I really like this. This feels like a totally different gun as compared to using like the drum magazine. They just feel like two different guns when you have this. This feels like a much heavier machine gun. Maybe this is more of a light machine gun. So it's just cool to see that kind of functionality and those two different features. And of course, if you want to use this one, you'll have a faster reload time, but obviously much less ammo capacity. So then we do have some different sights here. So this is using, again, the see-through sights framework. I did show you guys that before. And then we do have a reflex sight. And then, of course, the two combat scopes, which are going to be the actual see-through sights. And then we do have all the other kind of regular scopes from Fallout 4. I don't really like those. So in this one, I'll just put on a regular reflex sight. Then we do have a few different muzzle mods. Nothing too crazy there. You could put on like a suppressor or a muzzle brake compensator. Kind of the standard stuff there. And this is actually kind of cool. There's a lot about this gun that it's just like these little features that I feel like, I don't know, I like having that extra options and customizability. So you do have 4 different round types. So right here you have the standard jacketed soft point rounds, but then you also do have FMJ rounds, so full metal jacket rounds. It's going to reduce your damage but give you more armor penetration. And then you have the JHP rounds, so this is jacketed hollow point rounds, which is just going to increase your damage to be 174, but not going to give you any more armor piercing. And then just proper armor piercing rounds, which are going to give you 35% armor penetration but reduce your damage even further. So I actually really like this. It's like definitely giving you trade-offs, and like all of these seem like pretty practical options depending on what kind of enemies you think you're going to be facing and what kind of like setting you want to use this gun in. So pretty cool to see those options, and it's not like one is a clear winner here. Yes, obviously this one's doing the most damage, but if you're actually taking on some power armored enemies, probably going to want to use the AP rounds instead. So then we do have a few different material mods, and I gotta say I do really like these again. So we have Army, Desert, Forest, and I actually really like the Forest. I think it just looks really cool. And then the navy trim right there. So nothing too crazy with any of these, but I did just think they look really nice. I was using the Army one at first, of course. So let's actually take a listen to what it sounds like with the silencer real quick. And you can see the kind of other trim. And we do have that crazy cool looking scope. And even just in first, I just think it looks so cool in first person. So let's take a listen. Now if we want to compare that to like this one, this is just another random one I had. But yeah, so definitely a cool weapon mod. Definitely gonna, like, I'm surprised by how much I like this. Like I didn't have the highest hopes for this. I thought it would look nice, but the customizability and the weapon mod options in here definitely like kind of setting this gun to another level. So I'm gonna customize a few of these and then we'll go take down some enemies. But yeah, so I do have 2 different kind of like customized weapons now. I do have this one, which is kind of pretty much the one I did have initially with kind of the scope and everything. And it is just now in the navy camo. Then I do have this one, which is silenced and kind of having the side mounted drum magazine. And of course using that desert camouflage. So I did set up a little scenario for us, and oh my god, they're definitely using the guns. As you can see, we have some gunners taking down some raiders. These are the raiders over here, and oh my god, that's so loud. But this thing packs a serious punch. Like, I think I'll actually melt these guys if I continue to just fire like that, and I like actually am melting them. Like, look how many I just killed already. Actually, maybe it's not that much. But as you can see, if I just burn through that mag, I did do quite a bit of damage to them right there. So let's actually take out this one, and let's see if we can't flank around some of these gunners over here. I don't, there's a mix of legendary gunners, and there's a few regular gunners. Is this guy invisible? Yeah, he is. Damn it. I hate fighting invisible enemies, but I think I want to help out the raiders here and not the gunners, because the gunners are a little bit scarier in my eyes. And oh yeah, they're definitely scarier. But I do quite a bit of damage to them, so there's nothing to worry about too much. And as you can see, I can melt that guy down pretty quickly. And oh god, did the gunners win already? Is that what just happened? Because that would be a little bit concerning. And I believe I am shooting this guy, right? It's so hard to tell where this dude is. So I think this is the legendary or the non-legendary gunners. Oh no, that was definitely a legendary gunner. But as you can see, yeah, that I just killed a legendary gunner, and I took him down relatively quickly. So oh my god, yep, as you can see, here comes everybody. So that's a bit concerning. We want to get into a better spot for this, and as you can see, all of the gunners are coming to kill me right now. So let's see if we can switch to the other one right now and go for a few VAT shots, because I think I'm gonna need to, and go for, oh, gotta pop a stim pack. But we do kill them relatively quickly, and oh my god, the Raiders got absolutely decimated there, it looks like. Maybe because they had I think the gunners only spawn with, alright, I have to place down more Raiders. See, this is ridiculous. I'm going to get just absolutely decimated if I keep trying to fight these guys. So let's place down some more Raiders. Oh no! The Raiders spawned with them too! So let's get the hell out of there. That was crazy. So that was like RIP headphones users. Obviously I'm gonna whoa, I don't know what just happened there, but that was crazy loud, and we have quite a little war going on right here, as you can see. So let's try and take down a bunch of these different Raiders, and oh, now a lot of them are turning on me, it looks like. Are these gunners or Raiders? I can't actually tell. But let's just lay down some fire here, and we're just gonna try and kill as many of these guys as we can. I'm not really sure even which ones we're shooting at, and we'll just shoot this guy till he drops, and then we'll take down a few more of these. And as you can see, I think I think my health, like my health bars, really diminished because I think I was hit by a radium rifle, or whatever that thing's called. And this guy's trying to get me, so let's go for a headshot on him. And I think I have a critical hit, so hopefully I can. Did I kill him there? I think so. Not really sure though. So we're gonna try and shoot some of these gunners over here this way, and let's see, can we get him? Whoa, that guy flew away there. So that was kind of crazy. So let's see if we can't get a few more bat shots on some of these guys. But as you can see, a very cool weapon. Definitely a very powerful weapon. They're using it against me, which is not helpful. But it is definitely a pretty strong gun. I'm doing like 150 damage per shot right now, which is kind of crazy. As you can see, I just like absolutely destroyed that guy. But a lot of these gunners are getting melted. Actually, if I could shoot them in bats, it's kind of hard to tell with the fog and all that. But if I just run up to this guy. Yeah, he does have one of these. Is that everyone? Nope. This guy has one as well. As you can see, he instantly shoots me, and I instantly have to pop his... Where'd he go? Oh, right there. Hello. Yeah, but again, I think just a potential change for the future would be the sound. I'm just not a huge fan of the sound at all on this gun. And I think it's a little bit evident when enemies are using it. It definitely doesn't fit in with some of the other sounds. And it looks like that was about everyone. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this video, though, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this, as always. I thank you for watching. I hope to see you all next time. Later.